Protests now erupting in Oklahoma after a high school student accused of rape and strangulation will now avoid prison time. The body camera video of his arrest tonight and why he received lesser charges. Here's ABC's Rhiannon Alley.
Tonight, outrage in Oklahoma, protests erupting after a high school student accused of rape and strangulation will no longer serve prison time.
So turn around for me.
Body camera video showing authorities arresting then 17-year-old Jesse Butler back in March. Prosecutors initially charging him as an adult with 11 counts in connection to the alleged violent sexual assault of 2 victims.
Stay strong, okay? Say your prayers.
Butler had pleaded no contest and was facing significant prison time until prosecutors agreed to a defense request to downgrade him from an adult to a youthful offender. Instead, he was sentenced to counseling, rehabilitation, and community service, avoiding nearly 80 years behind bars. David, many parents and local lawmakers are blasting this deal that many say lets this young man basically walk free. David?
Rhiannon Alley with us tonight. Rhiannon, thank you. Protests now erupting.
I be praying to God. I don't fuck with religious people, bro, because the moment we start talking about the apocalypse, motherfuckers want to survive the apocalypse. They want to live after the apocalypse. The fuck you want to live for? Isn't the point of this to meet the creator at the end? The fuck y'all making how to survive the apocalypse documentaries and shit? Fuck that. I'm trying to go meet the creator, son. I got in trouble for this shit in the past. I will bring up that shit like at Bible study, and I'll be like, well, you know, I really hope that Jesus Christ comes down soon and burns this shit down. I want God to burn this bitch, bro. I'm being dead. If I'm blind, then I'm blind. Oh God, bro. Whenever I'm really having a bad, horrible fucking day, and then I go on TikTok and I see all the shit that's happening in the world, with all the people, you know, getting fucking killed and all this shit happening, I be praying to God. I'm being dead serious, bro. I hope that Jesus Christ comes down and burns the fuck out of us, bro. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Y'all may say, oh, you know, this is blasphemy or this is religious psychosis. I'm not. I'm being dead serious. I'm not under no psychosis, and I'm not no crazy religious fanatic. I'm just being real with y'all. I look forward to the day that the apocalypse starts. I don't want to survive. I'm not saying I'm suicidal either, motherfucker. I'm not saying that. Hell no. What I'm saying is the day that the end is near, the day that the end is here, I'm ready. I'm going to look up to the sky and I'm going to be like, God, take me. Motherfucker, you think I'm going to go hide in a bunker? Fuck that. I'm ready for this bitch to burn. I want y'all to burn. I want this bitch to burn. No cap. And if you don't feel that way, you love this shit too much. You love the material too much. You ought to get closer to God. And this is not psychosis, because I'm not promoting my religion view. I'm not even religious. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I don't fuck with religious people.
Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Harakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, GMS to Ruhwell, and peace and citations to the elect and fellow Akim doing this work, toiling in this truth. All right. Doing the work of Yahweh Shemel Shai to the best of their ability in truth and sincerity. All right. To you, I say Shalom. A quick lesson, man. You know, you seen the 2 TikToks. The first one about that 17-year-old accused of
erupting in Oklahoma after a high school student accused of rape and strangulation will now avoid prison.
All right, you know, he's avoiding prison time, man, you know, and could possibly just, you know, do community service and walk away free, you know. Remember, you know, these are just accusations, you know, but hey, what was it? Was it 11? How many accusations was it? It was like 11.
Back in March. Camera video showing authorities arresting then 17-year-old Jesse Butler back in March. Prosecutors initially charging him as an adult with 11 counts in connection to the alleged violent sexual assault of 2 victims.
Yeah, that 11 counts. Okay, so most likely, you know, this Edomite boy did it. You know, I'm pretty sure he's an Edomite, man. Cause hey, only an Edomite would do something like this, man. You know, it's in their character. Okay, cause hey, some white people aren't Edomites, but most so-called white people are Edomites. Okay, but hey, if he's a Jake, if he's not an Edomite, hey, he's being protected as an Edomite, as a so-called white man, because so-called white people get privileges living here in America. It really in this world, man. Okay. You know, they're not in trouble like other men. You know, let's get that. You know. Psalm 73:5, it says, they are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. So the so-called white man, okay, white woman, all right, they don't get charged to the full extent of the law. All right, they get away with passes, slaps on the wrist, do community service, and, you know, you're all right. Or they could just move to Israel, the land of Israel, all right, and live as a citizen there while they did a whole bunch of wicked things, raping little children and whatnot, being a sex offender here in America. All they have to do is, you know, get a passport and move to Israel, and they'll accept them, open arms, and they won't charge them there, man. You know, that's a safe haven for so-called white people. Just convert to Judaism if you're a white person, you know, and move there. And it's a safe place for the wickedness because, hey, Esau, Edom, he rules the world, man. All right. The so-called white man rules the world because, hey, he's dwelling in the Holy Land right now. That's how you know who rules the world. All right. Whoever's dwelling in that land, for real. And whoever you're not allowed to talk against, talk bad about. Okay. And you can't talk bad about those small hat people. Okay. That white and blue flag people with the fake Star of David flag people, you know, JEW people, you know, which they happen to be so-called white people, man. But imagine this being a black
Significant
guy.
prison time.
Imagine this being a black dude, a black kid. Oh, he's doing multiple life sentences, 300 years in prison, you know. But since he's a white boy, hey, he could possibly get away scot-free if he does some community service, possibly, you know, because he's white. And it's simple as that, man. We're not making it a skin color thing, but hey, so-called white people, all right, they get away with a lot of things majority of the time compared to colored people, Mexican, Native American, black people, you know, here in America, you know, Israelites, you know. And this is the world we live in. All right. Is it, you know, and then Jake, you know, these people are protesting and whatnot. You know, what you protesting for? This has been going on for century, at least a century, man. All right. For decades, this has been going on. Seeing white people, you know, get off scot-free, just getting slaps on the wrist. So many slaps on the wrist every day. A so-called white person is getting a slap on the wrist by their own government. You know, while black people, Mexican people, Latino people, Native American people get charged fully to the full extent of the law all the time, daily, man. You know? All right? Daily. This happens, man. Every other day, daily, this happens. And people are protesting like the government is going to do something about it. They've been doing this since you was fucking born, man. Since this government has been set up. All right? The society's been set up and raised up. They've been doing this. And you think they're going to change because of your little ass protest? No. The only thing that's going to change is when the Lord returns and burns this place to the effing ground. Okay? And saves his righteous elect, those that hope in him, and doing what the Lord commands them to do. And not resting and trusting and hoping in this place to continue and become a better place. The only time this world is going to become a better place is when the Lord returns and burns this place. Okay? And sets righteous order upon the earth and turns this world right side up. And that's not going to be a pretty sight. Okay? Afterwards, it's going to be the most beautiful thing you're ever going to imagine. You can't even believe and dream of. It's going to be that beautiful, man. Okay? That your mind can't even comprehend on this side how beautiful what's to come after the Lord returns. But when he does return, he's going to have to do a lot of major changing. Okay? And purifying. And the Lord is going to purify this world by fire. Okay? Do you know what that means when you purify something with fire? A lot of death and destruction and melting. Okay? All right? I have no need right unto you. I think that's... This isn't the precept I wanted, but I didn't want this one, but it's a similar one. I think it's in First Peter, or Second Peter. Melt, fervent heat. All right, but the day of the Lord. 2 Peter 3 and 9, it says, the Lord is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slackness, but is long-suffering to usward, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance. And that's all. When it's talking about all should come to repentance, it's talking about all of his elect, his chosen, his remnant. All right, the Lord ain't talking about every single body, because the Lord ain't dealing with everybody. He didn't choose everybody to receive this truth. All right? The scriptures say, the Lord will do nothing but revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. Okay? He's not dealing with everybody. A secret isn't given to everybody, only a few, a select few. And his select few are his elect, his chosen men. Okay, and few women that are Israelites to receive this truth. All right. And what are they going to do with the truth? Shine it. All right. Show it to the whole world, because it's a beacon of light. This truth is light, is spiritually light, man, to these people. And these people, they can't handle the light, man. All right. And those men, all right, that have been blessed with the truth, they're going to be prophesying, going out there to the highways and byways, proclaiming this truth, warning everybody of the return of the Lord, warning everybody of the truth of the Bible, okay, of Yahweh Shemi Shai, and doing it every day, all right, on YouTube, okay, and going out there to the highways and byways week in and week out, okay, if people like it or not. Verse 10, it says, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, talking about the nuclear missiles hitting America, which is going to be very loud, and it's not going to be a couple, it's going to be 200 million, all right, 200 million nuclear missiles, 200,000 times 1,000, okay, that's that, like the scriptures say, the 200,000 horsemen, all right, which equals 200 million. The horsemen is talking about nuclear missiles, okay. It says, pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also, and the works that are therein shall be burnt up. Okay. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved. Talking about everything in America, because America is what's really going to be utterly destroyed. Not the whole earth, but America is going to be utterly destroyed, because that's the sinful city that the Lord has his eyes upon right now, man. Okay? That he's going to destroy off the face of the earth. Let's get that. Okay? All right. And that Issachar, right? He's in the right spirit, man. Because, yeah, there's a lot of religious people, a lot of Christians that think like that. How to get through, in the bunkers and, survive Jacob's trouble, survive, all hell breaking loose, Armageddon. Nah, man. Hey, I tell myself, hey, Yahweh Shemi Shai, if I have to die, you know, for this place to be destroyed, hey, let it be, man. You know, if I have to burn with this place, hey, I don't want to, but hey, at least destroy this place. I just want to see this wicked ass place, this society be destroyed. I'm tired of wickedness ruling this earth. And if I have to die in the process, let it be, man. I just want your will to be done. I just want Yahweh Shem Yahushua to set up the kingdom of heaven, man. Even if I have to die with this place. And that Issacharites in the same spirit, man. This, you know, I'll burn up with it, man. Just burn this place. Because we're tired of wickedness. And, hey, good news. The Lord is very soon to destroy this wicked world. And wickedness will not rule on earth eventually. No more. Okay? Especially when the Lord returns. When he returns, he's going to send fire upon the earth. And what will he if it already be kindled? All right, this fire has already started. The Lord's going to bring more. He's going to bring the last of the fire that's going to end it. End this wicked world, wicked kingdom. All right? And all those that survive Armageddon, you know, are going to be slaves in our kingdom. All right? Because the heathens are going to survive. Some heathens are going to survive in those bunkers, all right, and around the world, okay? And they're going to be the first fruits of slavery, because we're going to be changed and immortal. When the Lord returns, he's going to save his elect, and we're going to be saved and watch America be destroyed. And then we're going to, after this crowning ceremony in the heavens, in the sky, in the, you know, with the chariots and whatnot or I don't know, you know, in the sky, all right, we're going to descend, all right, come down from the chariots, from the heavens, and rule the kingdom of heaven, okay, with Yahweh Shai. That's what's happening, man. That's what's going to happen. It's going to happen soon. So, yeah, hey, that's what's happening, man. This world is going to be destroyed by fire because the Lord has to purify this world of wickedness. And how do you purify something? It's either with water or fire. The Lord already purified this world with water. All right? So, hey, it's fire. It's time to purify this world with fire now. Okay? With fuel of fire. Okay? Like the scriptures say. That's how the Lord is going to purify this world. Amos 9:8 says, "Behold, the eyes of the Lord, Yahweh, are upon the sinful kingdom." All right? What is that sinful kingdom? It's talking about America, because America has a place called Las Vegas. What do they call that place? Sin City, okay? Which happens to be in America, which is a spiritual thing, because all of America is sinful, man, and is spread. The wicked, upside down philosophies of America have spread throughout the whole earth, you know, like cancer, and the earth is sick and dying of wickedness, of sinful cancer, man. Okay? The scriptures say, if the Lord doesn't shorten the days, all right, no flesh would be saved. All right, the Lord is shortening the days for the elect's sake. Okay? And if he doesn't shorten the days, no flesh would be saved. All right? The whole earth is going to be destroyed. So, hey, the Lord has to come and destroy wickedness by fire, okay, by nuclear fire, to save the earth, man. Okay, he's not gonna, he's gonna save his elect, but in doing so, it's gonna save the world, man. Okay, the Lord is gonna purify the earth of the cancer, which is the so-called white man Esau Edom and his philosophies and his rulership over this world, man. Because the white man's gonna destroy. He's going to rule the whole world in wickedness so badly that he's going to eventually destroy the whole world, man. His pollution, he's polluted the whole earth. He's polluted everything about the earth. Water, air, land, animals, everything. Man, everything's polluted. And he's going to just pollute it even more until the whole earth is utterly destroyed. But thankfully, we all know in this truth that the Lord's going to return and, you know, eventually here soon, and save the world, okay? By way of saving his elect first from it, okay? All right? Behold, the eyes of the Lord are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth. saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord. Okay, so the Lord is going to destroy that sinful kingdom, which is talking about America, off the face of the earth. So America is going to be utterly destroyed. These other countries, like, you know, in the continents, they're going to get bombed too, get missiled, nuked, but they're not going to be utterly destroyed off the face of the earth like America is. You know, like the scriptures say, it's going to become a desert, and only desert creatures and demons are going to dwell here in America after the destruction of of America when the Lord returns. Okay, I'm not going to get that precept, but hey, you know, I don't have to. You know, you look it up for yourself. Us brothers, we know what that precept's talking about. So yeah, man. Micah 2:10, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you even with a sore destruction. So, hey, Jake, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, hey, that Northern Kingdom, Jake, okay,
Bro, because the moment we start talking...
he's in the right spirit, man. He may not know, he may not be in in the truth, but he's still in the right spirit concerning this topic. All right, trying to survive Armageddon. Nobody's gonna survive Armageddon, man. Talking about if you're in America, unless you're the elect. The Lord is gonna destroy everybody here in America if you're not part of the elect. Okay. Because who's gonna survive 200 million nuclear missiles? You're not. Unless you got $1 billion bunkers around the world. Yeah, you're gonna survive nuclear destruction. You know, that's why these elites of America and around the world, you know, they're practicing jumping in their bunkers, you know, as fast as they can. Literally, you know, you could look it up. You know, elites, you know, politicians going in their bunkers, and then they hop back out to make announcements, and then they go back in, you know, because they know what's coming. Nuclear fallout, nuclear destruction, countries shooting missiles at each other, man. And it's already set. The stage is set for that to happen. Nuclear missiles flying all around the world. You know, America being destroyed by 200 million nuclear missiles. Because, hey, these countries like Russia, China, European countries, Africa, India, even South American countries like Venezuela, Brazil and whatnot, Mexico, Canada, you know, Asia, all these countries, they're starting to realize, hey, fuck America, fuck it, forget Israel, forget America. And what they're doing, they're gathering themselves for a war, and they're gonna fight in the Middle East, and they're eventually gonna get to the point where, hey, fuck it, let's just shoot these, press a button, shoot these nukes off and hit America. Who cares if America shoots them back at us? Hey, we don't care. Let's just get rid of America. You know, I don't care if we die in the process. You know, let's just get rid of this place. And that's how the Lord is going to destroy and take down the white man's rulership. Okay? And, hey, Jake, you know, Northern Kingdom or Southern Kingdom, hey, he's not the only one that feels like this. Obviously, us brothers in this truth feel like this, but, hey, there's other Jakes, too, that feel like this. They're like, hey, man, you know, they're all checked out. They're tired of it. They're like, hey, Lord, burn this place, like the scriptures say, you know, burn this place, even if you have to burn me with it. I don't care. I don't want to live here anymore. You know, I'd rather die in righteousness, you know, than live in wickedness, like Moses said. I'd rather suffer for my people, with my people, than live in the tents of wickedness for a season. You know, pleasures for a season, roughly paraphrasing. You know,
about the apocalypse?
Because, hey, hey, he said, yeah, he's in this right spirit, because he said, hey, if we die, we're going to meet the Lord. All right, yeah, literally. All right, those that die in the Lord first shall rise first. It's like those that die in Yahweh Shema Shai shall rise first. Okay? There have been men in this truth that died in the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai. And they're in the chariots waiting for us. Okay? They rose first. And there's going to be men of Yahweh Shema Shai that shall be beheaded in those times. In these times very soon. And are going to have to die for a testimony of Yahweh Shema Shai. But hey, they're going to rise first. If they don't rise in the chariots, hey, they're going to rise right there. The Lord's going to give them that immortal body right there. They're going to rise right there, man. Right after they get beheaded, bang, the Lord's going to give them that spiritual body, immortal body, and bang, right there. All right, the Lord gave them the standard, lifted up that standard, and now look, y'all killed him. Y'all killed that man of Yahweh Shema Shai. But hey, what did the Lord do? He turned him immortal. Now what are you gonna do? This immortal man is gonna destroy all of y'all. And you people, you Edomites, you heathens, ain't gonna do shit. You can't do shit and will not do nothing against the Lord's prophets. All right, his men in those days. All right. We're going to be like battle axe. All right. Weapons of war of Yahweh Shema Shai. He's going to turn us into weapons of war. We're going to be that sharp threshing instrument with teeth, roughly paraphrasing. Going to and fro like sparks amongst the stubble. All right. Like superheroes. Literally. Okay. So, hey, man. We have nothing to look forward to in this place, but we have everything to look forward to when the Lord returns. No matter what we go through, the scriptures say, the sufferings of this life shall not be compared to the glory that shall be revealed within us. Akim. And the Lord's going to reveal, because like the scriptures say, we don't know how the Lord's going to return, but we know when he does return, we shall be like him. And how is the Lord returning? He's going to return not as a man, but as an immortal being. Immortal. What can men with arm, even if a military, what is a military going to do to an immortal man? Watch these movies. These movies were not made for no fucking reason, just for your entertainment. They're also made for your edification. Look at the accounts in the Bible, man. Hey, what can a man, even with an army of men, with all types of weaponry, what can they do to an immortal, a god? Are we not gods? Like the scriptures say, all of you are gods. All right. I have said, all of you are gods and are the children of the Most High, but ye shall die like men. And we're in those times right now. We've been in these times since we fell from grace. All right. From the book of Genesis, okay? We fell from our grace and we were gods in these mortal, fleshly bodies, third-dimensional bodies. Okay? That's why we shine above these heathens. Okay? Us blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, the children of the sons of God, the children of Yahweh Shema Shai, the Israelites. That's why we shine above these heathen nations. Okay? Because we're gods. We're not the supreme God, Yahweh. We're not the Most High, Yahweh. All right? We're not Yahweh Shai, the Savior of Israel. But we're miniature gods, lowercase gods. Okay? Look at LeBron James. Look at Michael Jordan. Look at Michael Jackson. Okay? Look at Jim Thorpe. Look at, just look at each other, man. Look at us. We got talent. Every Jake has a talent. Literally. All right? We shine above all these nations, man. We're the funniest, the fastest, the strongest, cook the best, make the best food, dance the best, carry ourselves way better than these heathens, okay? We talk the best. We dance the best, We're the best at everything. We look the best, Jake can look really ugly, but when we look good, we look good, okay? And imagine us in our immortal bodies, perfect bodies in the kingdom. We're going to look good, man. Beyond belief. You think you've seen the most beautiful Israelite woman or man, hey, that ain't nothing compared to what we're going to be seeing ourselves look like in the kingdom, which is soon. But hey, America has to be burned first. The so-called white man, Esau, Edom, has to be taken out of power first. All right. Wickedness has to be exceedingly done away with. The Lord, he has to, he needs to acquit the wicked. I will not acquit the wicked. Let's get in the blue letter. Acquit the wicked. Nahum. The Lord is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. The Lord hath his way in the whirlwind. Okay, so hey, the Lord is not gonna allow wickedness to win. Okay, the Lord is gonna eventually do away with wickedness. And what I've been saying for this whole, since this whole video, of what the Lord's gonna do when He returns, it's not a far bygone thing, the next generation. No, it's in this generation. And we believe, us many of Yahweh Shem Shai, we got months or a year, okay? If not next year, if not the next year. Hey, we hope. We're prisoners of hope. We hope the Lord returns and ends this shit soon. And we're hastening. We're waiting. We're hoping. We're staying upon our watch. We're hastening, all right? Okay? Getting ready for the return of the Lord. All right? We're seeking and looking at everything going on around the world and filtering it out. All right? Measuring it, like the scriptures say, that measure the times diligently in itself. Okay? We're measuring the times to see when the Lord's going to return, like the scriptures say. I think that's... Darn, I took it away. Yep. 2 Thessalonians 5:1, it says, "But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night." Okay? So, hey, we know perfectly, all right? We know. Us men of Yahweh Shem Shai, we know, man. When we tell each other, hey, it's not news to us, because we're looking for the return of the Lord. We're hoping that He returns soon. Okay? It says, verse 4, it says, "But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief." Because, hey, we're not in darkness, man. That when the Lord returns, the Lord's He's not gonna appear, all hell ain't gonna break loose, it's gonna be very sudden, even for the elect, but hey, we're gonna be prepared. You people of this world, outside of this truth, you're not gonna be ready. You're not ready. You're not readying yourself. You're not preparing yourself. The men of Yahweh Shem Shai, us, we're preparing ourselves for all hell breaking loose. For when there's not going to be no internet, no money, no food, no water. And all we're going to have is the hope, strength of salvation, hope in Yahweh Shem Shai, our faith in the Lord. That's all we're going to have. The knowledge and the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai, and our faith and love and hope in Yahweh Shem Shai, man. All right? In those times are soon. When society collapses. Okay? That's all, And how do you prepare for that time? By doing the work of the Lord. Day in and day out. Seeking the Lord daily. Okay? Studying, reading, fasting, praying to Yahweh Shem Shai, doing these lessons. Putting your hand to the plow. Feeding the sheep, fearing Yahweh Shem Shai, and keeping His commandments, for that is the whole duty of man. All right. Stand upon your watch, measuring the times diligently in itself, studying to show thyself approved. Okay. Reading the scriptures, if I said that already. Doing videos, taking notes, all right? Gaining knowledge, building yourself up in the spirit by watching GMS videos. I always make sure I watch at least 1 or 2 GMS videos a day. You know, make time to, when I'm alone, doing chores, driving, at the gym, even playing my video game, to watch, even when I'm with my family, put an AirPod in one of my ears and watch a GMS video or listen to one, if I can, later on, I read, I find time to do a lesson, if I can't get a lesson done that day, if I'm too busy, hey, do 2 the next day, take notes, throw up some prayers, look up Hebrew words, Lashon Kodash words, learn more, look up some prayers that brothers, have made, etc., man. We're preparing ourselves for that day, for Yahweh Shai to return, man. All right. So hope this is edifying to the elect. I've been long.